to Frenchies Bakery. Today we are going to be making the craziest cake yet, and I am really excited about this one. My mind has been going crazy lately trying to think of how to make a peanut butter and jelly cake because I just really want to make one for some reason. And I was gonna do just a regular 8-inch cake and fill it with peanut butter and jelly, but I had no idea how to decorate the outside of the cake. So I'm thinking, and I was like, why not make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? So this is gonna be crazy, and I hope it turns out perfect, and I hope your guys' turns out perfect. So we can get started and do this together. Actually, I wanna mention one thing real quick. Is this apron not the cutest thing you've ever seen? I am obsessed with it. It's French bulldogs, if you can see it. My grandpa got it for me for Christmas, and it was so thoughtful because I really want a French bulldog to be my like little mascot for this channel. Because hey, it's Frenchies Bakery, have a French bulldog. She can do taste testing too. And I'm just obsessed with French bulldogs, so it's so cute and so thoughtful of them. Thank you, Grandpa Bob. All right, so let's get on to the measurements. This is the stuff to make the cake. We'll get onto the icing later whenever we're baking the cake, but everything for the cake is here. So in this bowl, I have a few things. It's just dry ingredients all mixed together. I have 1 3/4 cup of flour, and then 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then in this little bowl here, I have 1 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. And in this bowl, I have 2/3 of a cup of peanut butter. I have 3/4 cup of butter. And then in this bowl, I have 3 eggs, 1/2 a cup of sour cream, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So we're gonna mix this all up in the mixer. You can do this by hand, but I do recommend an electric mixer just because you're gonna cream the butter and the sugar. And then we are going to put it in an 8-inch square pan. Okay, so I wanted to mention this. I was gonna put 2 pieces of tin foil here so you can have like the little hump, you know, that a piece of like, that a loaf of bread has. But I'm going to skip that part because I like to cut my bread like diagonal. That's just how I eat my sandwiches. I don't know, it's just a thing. But I'm gonna do that with this cake. So I figured that step is kind of not necessary because since it's gonna be cut diagonal, you're not even gonna notice like the loaf hump. But if you guys don't wanna cut it diagonally, you can put big pieces of tin foil in here and it'll look like a loaf of bread. So we're gonna grease that later, pour the batter in, and then throw it in the oven. You do want to preheat it while you're doing this step to 350 degrees. So let's get to mixing this batter and get it in here and start making this peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Sorry, one more huge thing to mention. I am at a totally different area of my kitchen. It is because all the cabinets over there are taken off because we are finally getting the island installed. So excited. It's gonna be awesome. You guys are gonna have stuff at eye level, and I think the camera shot's gonna be way better so I don't have to tilt things weirdly. I think it's gonna be great, so I'm super excited about that, but sorry for like the weird different change, but I think I kind of like it over here. The windows like really give me a big problem with sunlight behind my head, so this actually might be a new angle. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, now that I have all of my super obnoxious blabbing over with, I'm going to put the butter in the mixer and we're gonna just fluff it up just a little bit, and then we will add in our sugar and make it super fluffy. And once the butter's fluffy, we're gonna pour in the sugar, and then we're gonna mix that around just for a little bit. Look at my spatula. Life is what you bake it. That is my quote, that is my saying, and I found it on a spatula. I was super excited and I needed to share it with you guys. So let's get to mixing the sugar and the butter. All right, once that's light and fluffy, we're gonna scrape down the bowl real quick. Just make sure everything is getting incorporated. So I'm gonna scrape this down, scrape down the paddle, and we are going to add in our peanut butter next. And we're gonna mix that around for a little bit until it's completely incorporated. Now we're gonna add in our vanilla extract and then our eggs slowly one by one and let them incorporate. Once you put one in, you're gonna let it mix around and then put in the next and so on and so forth. Now we're gonna put in about half of our flour mixture. So, about that much. And then we're gonna let that mix just a little bit on low so it doesn't fluff everywhere. And then we're going to put in our sour cream. So I'm gonna put in half of my 8-ounce container. So while it's mixing, just drop it in there. And then we're gonna add in the rest of the flour, finish mixing it until it's all the same color. And we will be able to put it in our pan. All right, once you have your cake batter in the pan, you're gonna pop it in the oven. I'm gonna say it's gonna be about 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes, but I could be completely wrong. I'll update you once it's done, but just stick a toothpick in it, and whenever it comes out with no batter on it but moist, that means that it is finished. So just use the toothpick method with this for sure. So we're gonna pop this in and then we will start to make the icing. All right, so while our cake is baking, we can start to make the icing. So all you're going to need is 1 cup of peanut butter, which I already have in the bowl, 2 cups of icing sugar or confectioner sugar, or powdered sugar, and 5 tablespoons of milk. So we're going to just add in all of our icing sugar with the peanut butter, mix it around for just a little bit, and then gradually add in the milk until we have a perfect consistency. This stuff will definitely make a mess in your kitchen, so make sure that you put it on the lowest speed. And then we're gonna add in our milk gradually. Alrighty, so the bread is completely finished. I actually had it in my oven for about 40 minutes, so your guys's might vary. Just check it every 10 minutes or so after the 25 mark, just so you're keeping an eye on it. You don't want to burn it or anything. So I actually cut off the top part so it looks more like bread. I'm gonna take that off and then set it aside so it looks like a piece of bread. How cute! And then I cut right in the middle, so it's 2 slices. So I'm gonna take the 1 slice off very gently, put it on my board over here, and we're going to start off with peanut butter first. So I have my peanut butter still in the mixing bowl from what we did earlier, and just put that on the bread, and we're gonna spread it out. And I'm gonna have mine go over the edges a little bit just so you can see it whenever we put the top part of the bread on. And it'll just look really, really cool, I think. So let me just finish spreading this out and then we'll add on the jelly. All right, so I put my peanut butter on pretty messy just because when you put peanut butter on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it's not completely smooth. So you wanna make this a little bit messy, have some drip off the sides, and now we're gonna put on the jelly. And I forgot to mention that you can totally make homemade jelly. You could do raspberry by getting frozen raspberries, putting in sugar, I think it's maybe water and cornstarch. You can find recipes online and stuff. I am cheating and I am using grape jelly from the jar just to make things a little bit easier. And I have my fair share of making homemade jelly at the bakery. So I'm just gonna plop this on here and smooth it out. And then we're gonna put on the top layer of bread. And then our sandwich is going to be finished and I'm so excited to cut into it and take a bite. Alrighty, now for the finishing touch, we're gonna put on our top slice of bread. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. And I'm gonna do my thing where I cut it from corner to corner. Okay, I'm gonna try and open it up for you guys. How cool is that? Oh my gosh, let me zoom in for you guys because this is like so crazy. Like, it's only crazy because it looks like a real sandwich and it's like huge. I've never seen a sandwich this big before. So like that's why it's like mind-blowing. But then like it's also mind-blowing because this is literally a cake right now. Like how weird. This is so weird. Like this is so crazy right now. Are you guys like as mind-blown as I am? Oh my gosh, I'm really, really happy with this. All right guys, well that's the end of the video. We did it successfully. I want you guys to tag me in pictures of this if you make it. So on Instagram, make sure to tag me so I can see, because I really want to see other people's creations. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so excited to see what my family says tonight because we're all having dinner together. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day, guys. See you later.